Hi guys, good evening from Europe, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. 21st of July 2020. This is another educational video and we are going to get back to what happened last Friday when it comes to the British pound, right? That's gonna be very important and interesting. So without the further delay, let's have a look what happened. Alright, so there you go. If you remember our latest meetings, we were discussing the manipulation, we were discussing the buying the latest weakness, selling the latest trend, right? So let me briefly talk to you about the things we were discussing. So what we were discussing, it was that, for example, that was the latest trend, right? That was some kind of the demand, market move higher, market move lower, right? And overall picture is that this one should work as a supply, right? So the level from where we went down should work as a supply. But also we were discussing that in some cases, depends on what is going on on the chart, that demand might first works as a supply, right? And that's what we have seen when it comes to the pound, right? Because there was opposite situation, okay, that market is going lower, okay. That's some kind of the very important level, all right? And then market is taking out the latest supply, retest of that zone and going higher. All right, so let's check what is going on and what we have last Friday. All right, so based on the intraday time frame, right, the most important thing we are going to discuss is Thursday low and Friday low. What happened here, guys? What has happened here? Well, we've seen like the stop count below the Thursday low with the very quick reversal. At this time of the day, it was almost certain that some kind of the profit taking from the short cable could take place, right? Especially that we had another confirmation based on this early chart, all right, that the Friday price action, Friday stop count based on the Thursday low, it was also related to some kind of the over under, right? Can you see that? So if you prepare yourself based on the charts we had before, if you are building trading plan, all right, based on the current market situation, probably you are able to figure it out that something is wrong when it comes to the short side, right? But it was even better visible when it comes to the smaller time frames. All right, let's have a look what we have when it comes to the smaller time frames. Okay, cool. That's Friday price action, Monday price action, Friday price action, and we are looking for the confirmation when it comes to the Friday, Thursday, right? So that's what we've seen when it comes to the smaller time frame, Thursday, Friday, right? So we've seen market attempt to break lower, right? Okay, then we've seen some kind of the Then we've seen some kind of the levels close to the retest of over under and huge rally, right? But taking into the consideration, going step by step, candle by candle, okay, we were able to figure it out based on the 5-minute chart what is going on. Okay, so first let's go through the first 5 minutes trading range when it comes to the break to the upside here, right? So that was let me make it clearer for you. That was the move, the comparison to the Thursday low versus Friday low, all right, based on the 5-minute chart, okay, retest of that low, so over under in place based on that rally, right? So retesting this one over here, that was supposed to have the bounce. And if we are going to take into the consideration the price action we've seen here, all right, the price action we've seen here, it was also the confirmation of the previous over under. So it was perfect setup based on the stop hunt. And when we are talking to the Thursday low, Friday we took out the stops, but we stopped right at the very important over under level. We've seen the continuation to the upside. It was all right. It was even better visible on 1-minute chart. Guys, don't get me wrong. I'm not doing the analysis based on the 1-minute chart, but if I have a picture from the higher time frame, of course I'm going lower for execution. All right, I'm going lower for execution. Okay, that's the key thing when it comes to my trading. So that was the Monday. Just 1 second. That was the Monday, and here we have Friday. Let me make it. I don't know if I can make it bigger, but let's try to make it the way of the parameters. So let's make it 15th. That should work out for us. Yeah. Okay. So on the 1-minute chart, as you can see here, we've seen stop hunt. Then we've seen a little bit of the rally back above very important levels, right? A little bit of the pullback and huge rally. And that was, for me personally, that particular rally was the key, all right? Because then what we've seen, it was the retest, and that's what I've been looking for. The most important thing, guys, is that first thing first, I strongly encourage you to visit Light Forex Global YouTube channel archive section, right? Where we are discussing the educational stuff there, right? The thing is that okay, it happened late Thursday, beginning of the Friday for some of you, and someone can say, man, you are talking about what happened 24 hours ago. Why you are not talking about what is going to happen within the next 24 hours? Well, overall, that's what we are discussing, right? Overall, we are always discussing the right side of the chart. But today, we are discussing the educational stuff, something you should watch, especially when it comes to the late Friday, right? So there was more stop hands. Market was looking for liquidity. When they found the liquidity, quick reversal, and that was obvious that something is wrong. Well, I'm not talking only about the trading the long side from the profit perspective. This type of the price action, when you were short, should tell you that when we are talking about the short-term downside, we were done. So working with your stops when we were short, that was the name of the game. So hopefully, guys, your takeaway from this particular video is going to be like, all right, it's very important to watch the price action, especially when it comes to the Friday. So overall, some kind of the manipulation around the option expiration and then London fix. Guys, go through the charts, do your own homework, right? Check the charts step by step and check if you can spot something like this. If you have a question, don't hesitate to get back to me. Again, it was the educational video, so hopefully you were able to get something out of that for yourself. Thank you very much. Don't be trapped and see you around.